Morrison. How are you guys doing tonight? If you're doing great, just say great. Great in the chat box or the questions box. I saw some of you that are new with us here asking, what is the chat box? Well, the chat box is the questions box, the chat box, the whatever box that you can type in will work. All right, I see lots and lots of people saying great. Fantastic. Awesome. Well, look, it's so great to be here. Again, as you can probably tell, I've got a little more energy than last week. Last week I was kind of beat up from all the travel, but this week I've been home paying close attention to what's going on in the business, what's going on for the Success Connection. We got a great training for you tonight. If you're new and this is your first time with us here on the Success Connection, I want to welcome you and congratulate you on being here. We do these trainings every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and as you can probably tell, there are thousands of people that join us. We typically will have between 800 and 1,000 students on live every Thursday night, so always a lot of fun. Of course, at the end, I'll be doing my standard cash prize giveaway, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. We'll be giving away a cash prize tonight, and we are going to be covering tonight the profit cycle breakdown part 3. Now, if you were with us last night, or I'm sorry, if you were with us last week, then you know that we were only originally going to do a 3-part training on this. And then as I kind of got into it, I realized that I could break things down for you even more. I could go, instead of maybe a 3-part, I could go to a 5-part series, because I could really kind of break down the granular pieces of the puzzle that I've seen a lot of my students asking about. And of course, that's what I decided to do. And so now we've extended the profit cycle training to cover 5 parts, so it'll be 5 lessons. And the first 2 are inside of your Success Connection members area, so if you haven't watched those, feel free to go back and watch them. And then, of course, tonight we'll be covering part 3. Now, part 3 is all about autoresponders. How many of you have questions or maybe a little doubts or uncertainty about how to use autoresponders, what they do, how they work, and more importantly, how to set yours up? Just say yes. If that's you, just say yes. All right. So I see lots and lots of people that are saying yes here. Very good. All right, so it seems like a pretty hot topic. So last week we talked about the profit cycle, and we explained that it all starts with traffic. And then from that traffic, people go into opt-in pages, and we kind of went through the whole thing. The biggest piece of the puzzle for profiting online is the autoresponders. Now, what I'm going to do in this example tonight is I'm going to take the example that I showed you last week, and I'm going to use that example to basically walk through the steps in our process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on and give me just a second. I'm going to actually pull that up so that you can see it. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I have all of my pages set up for you properly. Let's see. All right, so we're going to pull up my specific. You'll see this on your screen in about 2 seconds. All right. So we talked about this page. Just want to bring this up for you. Okay, so done with that. Just wanted to pull it back up here on the screen. Okay, so anyway, making sure I have everything set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a little bit about autoresponders. Then I'm going to log into my autoresponder, and I'm going to share with you how I've set mine up. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to get the messages in there, but more importantly, how to sequence the messages and what types of messages that you'll want to send out to your list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in right now on my whiteboard, and I'm going to walk you through what an autoresponder is, how it's set up, and then kind of how we specifically want to sequence our messages, okay? If a little bit of it seems to be over your head right now, that's perfectly fine. We give you replays, and we put all of this inside of the Success Connection members area. And the reason I do that is so that you can go back and watch these, okay? And so you can go back and study these things, because autoresponders are where the money's at. That's where you're going to make a ton of money online. is in building your email list, right? And so all of our training teaches you to build your email list. And then, of course, the profit cycle, as you'll see, and if you've already seen the first two parts, then you see this, it begins and ends with traffic. And, of course, the autoresponders allow you to control that traffic. So it's truly like the crux of your online business. So should be a lot of fun. And then we'll talk to you a little bit more about what we're going to do next week. And so I think it'll be pretty exciting stuff. How many of you would like to get started now with the training? I've made a promise to myself that I will make sure that these things, we try to end in about an hour. I know sometimes I go 2 and 3 and 4. Sometimes I've gone 4 hours. I see lots of yeses. I'm going to try to end in about an hour. But since we're breaking it down into so many pieces, the idea was we take small steps each week. So hopefully that will make a lot more sense to you. So I won't keep you forever tonight. We'll go for about an hour, and hopefully that will make a ton of sense. So here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my whiteboard. For those of you that are new, welcome to my whiteboard. For those of you that have been here many, many times before, then you know that my whiteboard is like my favorite thing on earth. Let's see here. It's literally the most epic thing that I've ever found, and so I'm really excited to have it. All right, so we're going to talk about this is so this is going to be part 3 of your profit cycle, okay? And it's all about your autoresponders. Okay, so with an autoresponder, all right, we're going to go basic first. All right, so your autoresponder. So what does an autoresponder actually do? Let's get super basic, super granular, super like I don't know anything and I'm here for the first time and I've never done internet marketing. What's it do? Okay, well, the first thing that an autoresponder does is it collects and stores email addresses. Okay, so it collects and stores email addresses. So whenever you are, whenever you're looking at your autoresponder, you want to know what this is. It's going to collect those email addresses and it's going to store them. So when you hear people say, okay, you've got an awesome list. Well, those lists are located inside of an autoresponder. So these are also called, you'll hear these called lists, okay? So an autoresponder holds your emails and, of course, creates and stores your email list. Now, it also allows you to send emails to your list. All right, so we're breaking things down extremely granular. All right, so inside of your autoresponder, you can now send emails to your email list, but there are 2 types of emails. All right, so this is where we start to get into the training that's going to help you to help yourself. All right, so we have 2 types of messages. All right, can anybody tell me what the 2 types of messages are? 2 types of messages. All right, Jefferson says broadcast, so I see a lot of people say it, but Paul said broadcast and your autoresponder. That's right. So you've got broadcast, okay, and then you've got some of these, they call them follow-ups. So call them follow-ups. They'll call them the autoresponder sequence, things like that. They are your automated messages that go out, okay? So let's break down what the difference is, okay, in these 2 types of messages, because people, even though I talk about this all the time, people will still ask me the same question. What's the difference? An autoresponder, you send this manually. Okay, and it goes to your entire list at one time. Okay, so what that means is if I want to send you an email, Okay, like I sent you an email. I said, hey, everybody, don't forget about the Success Connection tonight. Okay, that's a broadcast message. That's a message where I logged into my autoresponder and I said, I want to send an email to all of my students. And so I go in, I write my email, and I hit send, and it goes to everybody. But I have to manually go in and do that. I don't do it one time and forget it. I go in and I manually do that when I want that message to go out. How many of you are tracking with me on that and you understand that? Just say yes. All right, perfect. Lots of yeses. Autoresponders. Okay? These automatically, they automated sending of messages. Okay? And then different people get messages at different times. So what does that mean? That means that an autoresponder, okay, you write an email one time. You just write it one time. And you set it up. And you, whenever somebody joins my email list, send them this automated message after they've been on my list for X amount of days. Does everybody understand that? So after you are telling your autoresponder software, okay, after somebody's been on my list for this many days, send them this message. So, for instance, if I joined your list today, and let's say my fiance joined your list a week ago, then the messages that we're getting from you would be different messages each day because she joined at an earlier date than me. They're automated messages that are sent out according to how long the person has been on your email list, okay? If we're good with that, everybody understand the basics because this is the bare bones basics, all right? Good. Okay, so the question always becomes, all right? Question always becomes, content. What do we send to our list? How often do we sell something to our list? How often do we give something for free to our list? What do we send and how do we send it? Okay? Well, let's take a look. Now, last week when I came on here, I talked to you guys and shared with you. Last week I shared with you this page. Okay, we'll see if it'll pull up. Last week I shared with you this page. Okay, how many of you remember seeing this page last week? It's a quick little, okay, lots of people saying yes. If you didn't see it, it's okay. This is a quick lead generation page. We simply built this page to build our email list. Some of you may actually be here because you saw that page on a Facebook ad. And that's how you ended up even joining our program. If that's the case, welcome. We appreciate it. But my initial page, okay, which we talked about building these pages last week. My initial page, okay, to generate an email subscriber for my list is telling my list, read what it says. It says, I'd like to give you my book for free. Here are three simple steps to building a profitable email marketing business. And then I list out those 3 steps. When somebody clicks here, they can opt in, and it says in the email, or it says you're going to get instant access to download my free book. Okay? The reason I show you this and the reason I say this is because when you're looking at the content, what should you send to your list? You have to first ask yourself, what did I promise my subscribers on my opt-in page? That's the first question you should ask yourself, is what did you promise to give your subscribers when they joined your email list? Why did they join? Did they join for a free report? Did they join for a free book? Okay? Did they join for a free video? Why did they join? Right? This is what you want to ask yourself. Why? Okay? All right. Now, once you understand why they joined, okay, so you know, like in my case, they joined because of that right there. They wanted my free book, okay? So that's step number one is why did they join? What did you promise to give them? Because if you've watched my other trainings, which I know most all of you have, you know that it is vastly important to give something away for free in order to get someone to join your email list. Maybe you are one of my fan page domination students and they joined for an entry, like a contest entry, right? So maybe that's why they joined. So you've got to know why a person joined, all right? Step number two is what is your goal? Okay, so what is your goal with your email list, all right? Is it, and this is very important that you know this, is it to build a relationship? Is it to just make fast money? Okay? How many of you would say that the goal of you building your email list is to build a long-term relationship so that you can make money over the long run, not just make a bunch of fast money right now? Like boom, 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 hurry up, make money, right? Okay, I see lots and lots of people saying, if you're going to build your email list, I mean, look, we have 857 people on here right now. Every one of you can build an email list. Every one of you can make a lot of money online. All it takes is thinking it through properly. You see, this is what I do. I build a relationship with my list. Now, I know a lot of marketers that all they want to do is just quickly sell something. It's like, boom, we need to get money. Makes no sense. Because here's the thing. If the very first thing that you tell your email list, the very first thing is buy something, they're probably never going to buy anything. And if they do buy something, it won't be a lot, right? It might just be a once and done thing. Whereas if you're good to your list, if you build a relationship with your list, if you give them value, then they're going to buy things from you time and time and time and time again, right? So again, it's about thinking long term. And that's why it's so important that you attend the Success Connection every week, because I try to keep you on track. Thinking long term, building your internet marketing business. And it doesn't matter if this is e-commerce, affiliate marketing, local marketing, selling your own product, selling a book. Doesn't matter what it is. These strategies, this technique, the entire profit cycle, it applies to all of them, right? To everything. All right. So what is your goal? Number 3. What can you provide for value? Okay, so before we go doing a lot of list building, okay, before we go build a big email list, we need to know, if we're in this for the long haul, what can we do to build value for our customers? So the first thing that you have to know is, basically, you have to identify the niche that you're in. Okay? So you have to identify the niche that you're in. Okay? So in other words, if you're in the internet marketing niche, or if you're in the weight loss niche, or if you're in the dog training niche, or if you're in the organic living niche, all of these different things, what can you do, okay? What resources can you provide people that they will see of value? Because when you set up your autoresponder, you want to already have a plan, right? How many of you like to plan to be successful and not just guess at it? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. This would be smart. So what am I talking about when I say resources? I'm not talking about spending a lot of money. Here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, okay, how about proven articles? And you just put links to them. So what I mean by that is, What if you found an article online on any kind of valued website, right? Like a trusted website. And this article was on, I don't know, 10 ways to eat organic food, right, more easily. 10 ways to gain access to organic food, or, you know, whatever the case may be, clean food, raw food, whatever your niche is. 10 ways that, you know, you can lose weight, all of these types of things. Maybe you find some articles about that, and then you can send those articles out in an email. In other words, you send an email that says, hey, everybody, look, I was reading this awesome resource today. It had these 10 epic things on organic eating. I thought it might be of value to you. Here's a link to it. You're literally using somebody else's content to build value with your list. How many of you like that idea? Just say yes. See, that idea is so simple because you don't have to write anything. You don't even have to know anything. You literally use somebody else's content to provide value to your list, and you're not stealing it. You're sending people there. You're basically saying, check out this article in the Chicago Tribune, or check out this article on, you know, eathealthy.com, whatever the case may be. You're giving value, okay? So you want to know up front what kind of value can you give. You can also have small free reports made on the niche. Okay, now I've told you this before, I'll tell you this again. You can do this at upwork.com, or you could do it on fiverr.com. So here's what this means. This means, let's just say, okay, let's just say that you are we'll just go with the organic living, eating organic niche, okay? Let's say you don't know a whole lot about eating organic. You're not really an eating organic person, but you know that there's a big industry there. People will spend a lot of money to learn how to eat organic and healthier and all this stuff, okay? You can go on this website right here, upwork.com, or you can actually go on fiverr.com, and you can have people build you free reports, like a 1 or 2 page free report on how to eat organic, or how, like I said, this basically, it's the same type of information you would find in these proven articles online. The difference is that now you're able to send them a link to download a report that you made for them. Does everybody see that? Just say yes if you see that, okay? Because now, here's what you're doing. You're giving away something for free when they join. They expect to get it for free, but after they join and they get the free book or the free report or the free video, whatever it is, now you continue to give them free information, articles that would be helpful to them. You continue to give them free information by actually providing them free reports, like a free report on different things. Another thing that we do, okay, is we provide motivation and visions of success. Now, what do I mean by motivation and visions of success? What I'm talking about by that is you literally write motivational emails to them where they wake up in the morning and they got an email from you that says, hey, listen, I know that it's tough sometimes to stay away from crappy food and to always eat organic, but I want to tell you something. Here's an awesome story that I read online about this person and how it's changed their life and how it's made them healthier, how it's made them not be sick all the time, right? It's nothing more than a motivational story, kind of a pick-me-up for the person on your list, right? So you're actually providing value in 3 different ways. You're providing value by sharing with them resources that you found online, website addresses that you found online, that contain information that would be helpful to them, very practical. You're also going out and creating your own information for them, these little free reports. I'm telling you right now, you can have these made for 15 to 20 bucks, okay? The perceived value to somebody on your list, massive. The actual true cost to you, very minimal, all right? So you're sending them those. And then throughout the autoresponder series, you're actually going in and you're sending them motivation. Or You can even send them links to websites of people who have had success, and their story, right? Again, what you're doing is you're over-delivering, but you're delivering practical things, you're delivering motivation and kind of visionary things, right? In other words, a lot of times people want to see success to have success. So they see other people having success, they think, wow, I can do that too. What's it do? It motivates them to keep trying, to keep going, to push forward, right? Even when things are bad, they are staying positive. You want all of this because as you build this relationship, here's what you're doing. You're building your ability to sell. You see that? When you do this, you are building your ability to sell because you're building a good rapport with these people. Not only are you building a rapport with them, but you're keeping them interested in the topic, right? You're keeping them interested in the actual topic that they subscribe for. Which brings me to my final point, which is point number 4. Okay? You need to know how you will generate revenue. Okay. Super. How will you generate revenue? How? There are many different ways you can generate revenue. Maybe you have a Shopify store. Okay? Maybe it's an affiliate offer. Okay? Maybe it is your own product. Right? Maybe it's something you've created. Maybe you create a report or something you want to sell. Okay? Maybe it's through your blog that has ads on it. Right? So you've got a blog and you send people there and they've got ads and they click them and you make money. How will you profit? This is major important. Right? Can't stress that enough. It's majorly important to know how you're going to profit. Okay? Because if you go to build your list and you never know how you're actually going to profit, well then guess what? You probably will never profit because you start building the list and then you don't know how you're going to make any money and you're confused, right? So what you want to do is before you go and set up your list and set up your autoresponder and all that stuff, you want to go through these things. You want to just have a small little type of thing that you know you're going to do. You want to know, I've got some affiliate offers, and I know where I'm going to get those affiliate offers, from what network, and all that, and you have it all laid out. Just, this is basic stuff, but here's the thing. It's like, it's a lot like athletes, okay, and you see this in football right now. It's a lot like athletes trying to compete before they are actually in shape. You see in the spring training with baseball, but especially in the preseason with football players, many injuries, right? Every day you wake up, you see a football player's popped an ACL. Well, why have they popped an ACL? How is it that they popped their ACL today, but they didn't pop it during the 18 or 16 games they played last year in the NFL? How does that happen? Well, oftentimes it's that old adage because they try to run before they walk, right? They get out there and they go blazing through and they pop something because they're not prepared beforehand, right? How many of you understand that analogy? Just say yes. You see, what I want to do is I want to make sure, okay, that you don't tear your ACL. Let's put it that way. I want to make sure that when you do this, you're prepared to be successful and you don't end up crashing and burning because you weren't prepared up front. Simple to prepare, right? All it is a few minutes of stretching before a game. But if you don't do that, your risk for failure is really high, okay? So what you need to do is prepare for success, and this is how you do it. All right, of course, you'll all get a copy of this. You'll be able to download this on the replay page when we send that out a little bit later. So we want to make sure that we cover a couple things here, okay? Let's recap. We want to know, what did I promise my subscribers, okay? And I want to make sure that I'm giving those subscribers what I actually told them I would give them, Okay, that's the first thing. Then I want to look at what is my goal. Now, I've already told you that everybody's goal should be to build a long-term relationship. I can't teach you how to just make fast money. All right, then, what can I provide to my list that's of value? All right, can I provide them a little motivation? Can I provide them articles and links? Can I provide them free reports, right? What can I do to give value to my list? So very important we identify value, okay? Then down here, it's how will I generate revenue? Okay, so if you've got a Shopify store, you've got some affiliate offers, you kind of put all those into a little notepad. What I do is I do something like this, okay? I make a list just like this. I call this my autoresponder prep. I call this my autoresponder prep, and I do this for every one. On this side, I put value, and on this side, I put profits. Okay? And what I always do is I put on here, I put, like links to articles, and I list out my freebies, like I'll call it my free reports. So I basically make a list of, hey, what free reports have I made that I could give away? In other words, what do I own that I could give away for free as something from Anthony to my list saying thank you for being here. Then I list out, I'll always list out links, quotes, stories of motivation. Okay? And I do this just on a notepad. I actually do it, I would show you, but I have two notepads over here. I do it every time I'm doing this. I just write it on a notepad. Very, very simple. Okay? Value, profits. Over here, I'll put the link to affiliate offers. So what I'll do is I'll list out how many affiliate offers do I have. In other words, what all am I going to promote in my autoresponder? How many do I have? Do I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I mean, how many different affiliate offers do I have that I can promote, right? Then I want to put a link to my Shopify store, Shopify or Amazon, if you're doing either of those, right? So I put a link there so that I know, okay, here's another way that I'm going to profit, maybe my blog, with ads. And in some cases, like in my case, it might be my own products. What products do I have that I want to sell to my list, right, that's following me? So I list all of these out, okay? And I have this master list of stuff for this particular product. Then what I do, and this is where you'll want to pay attention, I create my sequence. So this is your autoresponder sequence. Now, what I'm going to do is show you the one that I've done for this. Now, again, this whole landing page right here is about, first of all, giving away a free book. Second of all, it's teaching email marketing. Okay, so I'm teaching email marketing. Remember that. So the people that opt in, I've already identified. They want to make money on the internet. They want to build an email list. And they would like my book showing them how to do it, okay? So that's the type of people that are opting in. So here's what my sequence might look like. Day 0. So day 0 literally means instantly. So instantly, I send them an email, okay? And this email has the free book download, okay? So instantly, they are going to get a download of my free book, and it's going to be sent to them in an email. Now, this is the autoresponders that I have set up to do this. So day 0, boom, they're getting it, okay? Now, on day 2, I'm going to follow up with the free book and encouragement. I probably misspelled that, but whatever. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want to let people know that if you didn't get my free book yet, here it is again. If you already got it, that's great, but here's a little bit of encouragement. Okay? So here's a little bit of encouragement for you today in your quest to be successful as an email marketer, right? So I'm going to have that in there. All right, then I typically will space my emails out 3 days apart. So you might write that down. After these, I typically write my emails they go out every 3 days. So you will get an email every 3 days, okay, from me. So then I'll go, say, day 5, okay? Now, day 5, here's the thing. I've given my free book, all right? I've also followed up about my free book. So now what I do is I provide value. Now, the reason I'm writing the word value here is because everybody's value is going to be different. What I send will be different. In my case, it's some training videos on YouTube. Meaning, I'm sending them some videos that I did, and I have them on YouTube, and I'm teaching email marketing. Now, yours are going to be totally different. What you send here is totally and completely up to you. But as you can see, 5 days in, okay, a person on my email list that opted into this page has gotten their free book. We give them a follow-up about their free book with a little encouragement. Then I'm going to give them some Anthony value, meaning I'm going to go in and I'm going to give them something that I created. You could do a free report. I just did a free video. All right? Then on day 8, okay, so day 8, I'll come back with an article value. So what I do is I take the attention off of me and I try not to make it feel like it's the Anthony show. What I want them to do is I want people to realize, look, I just want you to be successful. Here's an article on email marketing that the whole idea might be to excite the person about the topic. Okay? So for instance, what if I sent them an article right here, right now, okay, that said that there were people making $100 million a year sending emails online? Do you think after reading that article that they might be a little more excited about email marketing? Yes or no? See? That's right. A person might be way more excited about an article that was written in the New York Times, or an article that was written on the Chicago Tribune, or an article that was written in the Washington Post or the Wall Street Journal, or any of these places that just simply said, oh my gosh, email marketing is a booming industry online and people are making tons of money with that, right? Okay, well now I've got people excited. So here's what I've done. I've built up goodwill. Okay, I've followed up to make sure that they got the free thing that I told them they were going to get. So I've taken care of step 1. Okay, then I've turned around and I've started to give them value. So now I already know I'm in this for the long run. I'm building a relationship. So I start off with value from me, like I said, a free report or anything like that. I then come in and I just simply link to an article online, right? So it's actually a link inside the email that goes to some article that excites them about the industry. It excites them about the niche, whatever it is. Maybe it's the story of a person who lost 250 pounds because they quit eating crap and started eating organic, right? Maybe it's the story of a person who used to be sick all the time, but now they are healthy all the time. They haven't been to the doctor in 2 years because they quit eating junk food and they started eating healthy, right? Whatever the case may be, you can find this stuff online. It's super, super simple. Yeah, just Google it, right? After day 8, you've been on my list for 8 days. And in 8 days, I've sent you 4 emails, all of which have been valuable, value-driven. So then what I do is on day 11, I sell or profit. Okay, now, what does that mean? That means that by day 11, I write my list, okay, and I say to my list, listen, I'm so excited that you're a member right now. I'm so excited you're on our list and you've got my free book and you want to be an email marketer, and I'm thrilled about this. But I've got this awesome product here that can help jumpstart you. Maybe you've struggled a little bit. Maybe you're reading this book and it's not clicking for you. Well, I've got this awesome product that I believe will help you. It's a training series that I put together. It's phenomenal. You can watch it on your own time, and hey, it's going to walk you through it step by step. You can also promote an affiliate link here, an affiliate offer. You could say, listen, I know you're super, super excited about eating organic. I also know that a lot of people need a plan. They need a planner. How am I going to eat? How do I plan my meals? How do I know where to get the best food? How do I know what's organic and what's not? How do I know what to believe and what not to believe? Well, here's a really awesome product. You can click right here and get it online instantly, and it's going to help you plan your days to eat healthier, right? And that could be a simple, simple affiliate link, right? Very, very simple affiliate link. Is everybody with me on that? Just say yes if you're with me on that. So again, this could be this right here. This is where you sell and you profit on day 11. Now, it does not mean, okay, by any means, it does not mean that you have to be selling your own product. Most people don't. You would sell anything. This could be links to your Shopify store. This could be links to an affiliate product, whatever the case may be, okay? Then, what I do after that, on day 14, I do a follow-up sell or profit. Okay, right here, what I'm doing is I'm reiterating why they need to buy this product. This is going to be more direct about buying. Okay, so here's what that means. What this means is you need to be more direct to the person and say, you need to buy this in this second email here about selling. So in the first email, you've been giving them tons of value. You've been super nice to them. You've given them free books and free reports and all of these things. And so now you ask them, or you suggest to them that they check out this product, right? So most of the time, I would say this is kind of like a suggestion. It's almost like a check it out, it's pretty cool type thing. Then by day 14, you're a little more direct. You're saying to them, you need to go get this, and you need to get it now. I'm not going to email you about it again. You need to get it now, right? So you're a little more direct. After 14 days, here's what I typically do. I repeat this whole process. I repeat the process because the process works, right? So now I turn around and I start to give them more value, right? Now, obviously, you started off with a free book download. So what I'm saying is that day 17, okay, it's going to start off with value, okay? Day 20, more value. All right, and then it just kind of goes down, right? So you've got 2 more value-driven days here, so we'll just do, I'll write them out for you. Day 23, it's value. Day 26, value. Day 29, sell. Day 32, sell. Okay, now, what you put in here, it's up to you. Okay? Meaning you can do articles, you can do free reports, you can do motivation, you can do whatever you want. As long as it sets up the sell. Now this is what's important. All right. So let me just give you a quick little tip here, okay? What I'm teaching you how to do, by the way, is sell. Most people would get on here and just say, hey, here's how you set up an autoresponder. Great. I mean, I'll be honest with you. GetResponse tells you how to do that. What I want you to do is learn how to think the right way so that your autoresponders actually make you money. How many of you would like to do that? Actually make money with your autoresponders? Yeah, go figure, right? So it's important to know what you're setting up. So let's take, for example, okay, let's take, for example, my specific funnel from my free book. Okay? Well, I know that what I'm setting up, okay, what I'm setting up is I'm setting up at this point a product called probably email domination. Some of you probably have this. I'm basically telling people, okay, email domination, we'll just write it out, email domination, and what problems does it solve? Like, what is email domination solving? Well, it's got a lot of done for you emails, so I'm solving that problem. It's got a lot of niches selected. We'll just go with these two because I don't want to. This is not me trying to sell you email domination. Okay, so let's just take these two things for example. Okay, if I know that right here I am going to be selling email domination. Up here in this right here, I need to be setting that up. So if I know that the sales pitch for email domination, okay, if I know that the sales pitch is going to be talking about done for you emails and niches being selected, then what I'm probably going to be doing up here in all this value, I'm going to talk to my list about the struggles of writing emails and selecting niches. Okay? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to them a little bit about what the problem is so that I solve the problem right here. Does that make sense for everybody? So if you were doing this, and let's just say it was, again, on healthy eating, you might talk to people in the first couple of emails about how difficult it is to stay on schedule, how hard it is to not eat at places like this. Barbecue. Very good, by the way. Alexa hates it. I love it. So you may talk to people about how difficult that is. And as you progress through the value, you start to show other people who have had success, people who have overcome that, resounding, I guess, kind of temptation to eat the Dickey's barbecue, right? And you start to talk to them about that. And then in those last two emails, you say, listen, here's the best way to get past those problems. Check it out. It's this awesome product online, blah, 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 blah. Here's what it is, right? So always start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. So that means know what your goal is, know what you're going to sell here on day 29 and 32, and work your way towards that with the value-driven emails so that it all makes sense. If you're sending emails that have nothing to do with what you're about to try to sell, well, then you're wasting a lot of time, right? Make sense? How many of you are with me? Just say yes. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just show you quickly an autoresponder and what it looks like and how I set it up. I'm going to set up a couple of messages, and then we will we'll talk a little bit more about it. But how many of you have enjoyed this part so much? Tell you what, not just how many of you enjoyed. Type a 1 in if you've learned something tonight that you did not know about autoresponders, right? Type the number 4 in if you have not learned anything that you did not already know. All right, so I don't see any 4s. Okay, very good. So the idea is, especially with the Success Connection, is to teach you things that you're not learning in other places. And the one thing about it is, I say Walt says he has not learned anything, and nothing new. So Walt knew everything about the psychology of email marketing, which is great. But what you want to do, I think some of you are typing 4s to be funny. What you want to do is you want to find somebody that's teaching you the right way to think, because practical stuff, okay, so practicality, setting up your autoresponder. I know a lot of you say, oh gosh, I just don't know how to set it up. Well, at the end of the day, if you don't know how to set it up and you haven't learned how to set it up right now, it's probably your own fault. And the reason that it's probably your own fault is, to be totally honest with you, there are tutorials that show you how to do it inside of every single software that lets you send emails, right? And at the end of the day, they want you to learn how to put your emails in there because they don't want you to ever cancel. So they give you great training on how to actually set those emails up. So if you haven't done that yet, that's kind of on you. And I could spend all night showing you how to set up an email, or I could say, watch this tutorial video and let me teach you something that GetResponse isn't going to teach you, right? Which is how to think the right way so that when you do this, your emails are written the right way. And your emails are setting up the ability for you to actually make money with your autoresponder. So that's what I chose to do. Now let me pull this over here. My desk has got all kinds of stuff on it these days because I now have so many computers and all this stuff. So it makes it more difficult for me to get to where I'm getting to. Okay, all right, here we go. So let's take a quick look at my autoresponders, okay? When somebody opts in, and we're going to go through my Destin, Florida ones because they're more spread out. And so what I'll probably do is probably just write some new ones. Okay, so this is the inside of GetResponse. I'll try to zoom in here if it'll let me. There we go. Make it just a little bigger. Okay, so this is the inside of GetResponse, right? Now, some of you may use GetResponse. Others of you may use, I don't know, SendLane. There's a million different companies you can use to send emails. Aweber, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter which one you use. It's completely irrelevant, okay? You can use whatever you want. I'm using GetResponse for this particular account, and so that's the figure. I figured that's the one I would show you. All right, so what you can do is you can go in here and you can click on a button that says Create Autoresponder, okay? Now, when you do this, you can do it in any software, right? And like I said, most every software has an amazing training program inside of it to show you how it's done, so it's fairly simple. But if you go in here and you click on Create Autoresponder, and GetResponse anyway, what you're doing is you're telling it, okay, how you can basically say obviously it's time-based, and then you tell it what day. So what day should it send this email? Okay, should it send it on day 15? Should it send it on day 27? So as you're writing those emails that we talked about earlier, so as you're writing, as you're writing these emails, you just know which email you're on, and you type that number into this box. Does that make sense to everybody? And almost every autoresponder has the same box. It'll just ask you what day should it be sent. This represents how many days after they join your email list that they will get this actual message. Okay? All right. Then it lets you tell it what time to send the email. Now, you can send it the same time that a person signed up. So that means if somebody came to this page right here and they signed up at 10 o'clock at night, then this autoresponder message would go out to them at 10 o'clock at night. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. Okay, very, very good. So it'll go out at 10 o'clock at night. Or you can actually send it exactly at a certain time. Okay, so I could say, I would rather this go out at 5 p.m. Now, here's the logic on this. Let me give you a little bit of logic. How many of you are habitual? How many of you have habits? Like you are, type number one, if you are online at relatively the same points of the day every day, say barring maybe the weekends. Meaning if you're not online today at 10 o'clock in the morning, you might not ever be online at 10 o'clock in the morning. But you're on during a certain period of time every single day, right? All right. Here's the logic. If you just let this send the message at the same time that a person signed up, would you agree that you are now making all of your autoresponder messages going out at a period of time where at least at some point in time they were online at their computer, right? I always leave this option set as the same time signed up because I know that if you signed up for my email list at 10 o'clock, that you are probably going to be online at 10 o'clock most days because people are typically in a routine and they have a habit. If I change this and I say, well, I want you to send this at 3 o'clock or 1 o'clock because that's what I like, well, hey, that might not be when you're online. So if you set this up, okay, to where it goes the same time as signed up, everybody will get their message at a different time of day. It will be based on when they actually signed up to your list. Everybody good with that? Just say yes. Very good. That's a very powerful thing that most everybody changes because most everybody teaches you to change it. It's not really that smart. It's actually anti-smart, if that's even a word. It's not intelligent. Okay, then what you do is you go right here and you create a new email message because, hey, we want to send a new email message. We're basically saying, here's how many days after they signed up we want them to get this email. We want them to get it the same time that they signed up, and then we want to write a new email. So we click on write a new email. Okay, we can name this message. Now, here's what I typically do. Do you see how I have these lined up where it says value, 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 sell, sell? You see that? Everybody see that? So I know what my messages are. Okay. Let's just assume, let's assume that I'm sending this on day 26, and it's a value-driven message. All right? What I will do is I will go in here and I will type value, and then I will this is a reference for me to know what it is that I'm sending. What is this message about? So I might say article link for motivation. Okay? This is only for you to see. So only you will ever see it. So then you write a subject. All right? So you might say, you might put in here, so you might put in here a subject line like this. Hey, new article shows how to eat healthy fast, right? So this would be for those of you that are doing healthy eating and stuff like that. We're doing a value-driven email, and we're going to basically be linking to an article. So we do something like this. Then we go over here. We go to next step. Okay? And we'll just start from scratch on an email. All right. So we've got this little email here from GetResponse. You can choose and make it look however you want, right? I actually don't even want that. I just want this. All right, so I would put something like this. So maybe check out this article. All right, and then I would do something similar to this. I would write my message, and this message is, of course, to promote somebody clicking and looking at an article that's all about healthy eating. So, hey, first off, I want to thank you for being a valued subscriber on my list. I absolutely love sharing value, information, tips, and strategies with you to help you eat healthy and do it consistently. We all know that eating healthy is hard. After all, if it were easy, clearly everyone would be doing it, right? So again, you're writing an email, okay, that's very personal. Okay, I want to thank you for being a valued subscriber to my list. I love sharing information with you, tips, strategies, and things to help you eat healthy and do it consistently, right? We all know that eating healthy is hard. So we admit that we know it's hard. After all, if it wasn't, then everyone would be doing it, right? So that's why I'm sending you this email today. I read an article just a few hours ago, and I immediately thought of you. I know the struggles, and I know it's difficult. But this article really helps people just like you follow a simple formula to eating healthy and doing it fast. Read this article right now. My goal is to help you in every way that I possibly can. Hopefully you're okay with that. I am always looking for new articles and information online that can help not only myself, but also you. This is where GetResponse is being silly because since I'm on here, I can't make this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Well, I can't make the email any longer because I'm on GoToWebinar and it's blocking my ability to move this little bar right here. So, but you can see that what I'm doing is I'm writing an email, and how many of you see how I'm crafting the email? I acknowledge the problem, right? So the problem is going to be that eating healthy is hard. It's hard to do. It's so easy with all these temptations, right? I acknowledge the fact that it's hard for me. I mention to my list, I want to help you. My goal is to help you. Every day I'm looking for new resources to help you. And so at the end of the day, my goal is to help you to have success. And by the way, here's this article that I found, and it's awesome, right? And then what you do is you just go in here, okay? You highlight this little thing here, and you click the link button, and you type in article website address.com. So you basically just link directly to the article, just like that. Now, when the customer gets this email, when your subscriber gets this email, it's all about them. Everything in it is about them, right? It's all about their struggles, the things you want to help them with, and information that will help them, right? Once you've got this done, you simply hit, and I'm just going to go to the next step now. You hit next step. Okay, and now we've got our email message in here. You see where it says the autoresponder name for this is right here, okay? And then you just hit save and publish. When you do that, it will instantly have this email set up to go out. I'll change this, say day 26 to everybody on this list. How many of you feel like that was relatively easy? Right. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. It's not a difficult thing, right? Setting up your autoresponders, I truly believe the reason that people have a hard time and struggle with it is because they have no plan. You sit down and you say, hey, I need to write an autoresponder, but you don't really know what to write, and so when you sit down, you have what they call writer's block. You don't know what in the world you're going to put where and when you're going to put it there or anything, which is why I went over all of the stuff on the whiteboard first. If you have a list and you know, here are the first 30 days of what I'm going to do, you can write those messages out. Already have your articles, already have the affiliate links or the e-commerce links, whatever you're going to promote. Everything's already there. Now, you've got an autoresponder that instantly will start making you money and building a relationship with your list at the same time, which sets you up to make even more money down the road, right? The importance of a plan, it should be like the number one most important thing on your to-do list is have a plan in place. Don't just sit down here and say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to write this autoresponder and then have no clue what you're doing. Right now, let me just show you some of our autoresponders. When you've written your autoresponders, okay, let me just pull up one of mine here. All right. When you've written your autoresponders, here's what it will look like. You will actually see a calendar. Now, this is how GetResponse does it. Other companies may do it a little differently. Always looks the same. We do things a little bit differently on this list because this is a contest giveaway list. So we actually never sell anything in these emails in terms of actual selling. And so we don't space these apart 3 days. We actually just send 2 emails a week, basically. You should stick with the I told you about, which is always do every 3 days, okay? But you'll see what happens is they show you a calendar, and it basically says, okay, all the people here, you'll see it says day 0, right? Well, that says day 1, but you'll see the 0 on the calendar, all right? They instantly get this message. Then we wait a day, and then they get this message. And then we wait a day, and they get this message. And then they get this one. And you can see, look, watch this. If I show you all of these, I can show you that we have about 60 days worth of autoresponder messages. So look, when somebody joins this list, they end up getting an email from us automatically for 60 days. Do you think that's enough time to build rapport and to build revenue? Just say yes. Or no, I guess. Okay, so check this out. Do you see how I started writing the titles in here? This is where I'm asking them to do a blog review. I make money off those blog reviews because there's ads. This is where I'm asking them to join me on Instagram. Okay, so this is where I'm asking them to follow me on Instagram. You'll love this. This is a freebie. This is one of those freebies that I was talking about. This is an actual guide to helping them plan their perfect vacation, completely free. So you'll see I title my emails so that I know what I'm sending people, so that when I go back and I look at my little calendar here, I can see what was being sent to everybody, so I kind of know what it is. Does that make sense? Remember I showed you earlier how to write, just you name the message something that value, free article, sell, affiliate offer, whatever, so that you kind of know what it is that you're actually selling or doing or sending without having to click and see the message, right? Okay. It will also show you some stats. Like this says 156,015 people have completed my autoresponder sequence. I have 206,000 people on my list, so that means that there are, 60,000 or so that have not completed the autoresponder. Now, what happens to those when they're done? You can go in here and add more emails to the autoresponder, and when you do it, it will automatically send it to everybody that has finished the sequence, and it'll start them over at the new message that you're sending, right? So let's say I wanted my autoresponder sequence to go 90 days. I could add more emails in here, and what it would do is it would take all the people that have completed my sequence, and it would start sending them those messages accordingly, and then for everybody that's in the sequence, it would just go down like until they hit 90 days or 84 days or whatever the case may be. So it allows you to strategically add more messages when you want to add more messages. So what that means is you don't have to freak out and say, oh God, I've got to do 100 days of messages right now before I can start. No, you can do, say, 30 days. I recommend a minimum of 30 days. Because if you think about it, 30 days is 2 cycles, right? You get to day 32 after 2 cycles of value, 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 sell, sell. Value, 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 sell, sell, right? So by this point, you should have, in 32 days, had 2 chances to generate revenue from that person that subscribed to your list. And my theory is that after you see money coming in, you'll be like, oh, and you'll go on and write the next 30 days and and you'll be excited to write your emails because you see money coming in versus saying, oh God, I have to have 200 days of autoresponders before I can get started. So what happens? You never get started because you don't want to write 200 days worth of autoresponders because you don't know if you're wasting your time or not. So find a happy medium. Start off with 2 cycles. I call them cycles. Start off with 2 cycles of value and then selling. That's 32 days. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 emails. You can literally have 12 emails written, okay? 12 emails that will promote for 32 days, build value, and build revenue for you. And within 7 to 10 days, you should start seeing revenue coming in. You should start seeing people click to buy things and click to go to your e-commerce stores and your affiliate links, which will get you excited. Then you can just go in at the bottom and add another 2 cycles, right? And then another 2 cycles. All too often, I see people, they say, well, I can't start because I haven't written my 250 emails. What the hell? Like, I would have never started if I had to write 250 emails either. I would have been like, forget this, right? At least have 30 to 60 days done, and then you'll be able to add to that, right, after the fact. That's the very important thing. What you need to take away from these, from tonight's training that I think is super, super, super important, okay, is the notes that we took, the thought process that we've taken to get to where we're at, okay? Because anybody, okay, anybody can go in here to get response, okay, and click on these little things over here, go to support, and click on the button to watch how to do this, okay? And every autoresponder has this, all right? That just is what it is, okay? And it's not like it's something that that you could sit here and say, I can't figure out how to set up an autoresponder. Well, click this button, click on support, watch a video, or email them. I promise you, they will sit there with you on this little live chat right here all day long, helping you get these emails in here because they don't want you to quit paying them. It's that simple. So there's no excuse not to do it, but if you're going to do it the right way, which is exactly why I suggest that we had this training tonight so that I could teach you with the notes on how to plan, cycles, taking things in small steps and small increments rather than trying to just blaze through it and do hundreds and hundreds at one time, right? It's very, very important to kind of walk before you run, as we talked earlier. And I think that if you implement those things, you will have greater success than if you just try to go all out and go crazy all at one time, right? So that's my, that's the way that I see it. Now, we will continue on with our profit cycle training. And as we continue on, we'll start talking about profit centers. So for those of you that are having a hard time finding affiliate offers, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to find those affiliate offers, exactly where they're at, which I think is very valuable because so many people struggle with those particular things. How many of you struggle with finding where to profit? Just say yes. Like, what can you profit from, right? I see a lot of you saying yes. I'm going to look back and see exactly what I said the next step was. Let's see. Okay, so autoresponder for today. Next week, so basically phase 4 is going to be all about profit centers. So we'll talk about where those affiliate offers are. We'll talk about other ways to make a profit. A lot of you are doing Shopify and Amazon. That's great. It fits right into this whole profit cycle. And then the last thing we'll talk about is traffic generation. So traffic generation is very, very important because that's, again, where the whole ball starts rolling, is you got to have traffic in order to generate any of the traffic that you can make money from. So, for instance, like this page is great, but if there is no traffic, then it just sits there by itself. So how do you get traffic to those pages? And then when I'm finished with the 5 sessions, what I'll probably do is session 6, which is just a comprehensive start to finish. That'll probably be the 3-hour success connection. But it will literally take all of it and break it down step by step by step by step so that you're able, like, we'll basically tie it all together, all in one session. And we'll do that on the 6th session, okay? So next week will be all about profit centers and how to generate revenue and where to generate revenue and those kinds of things. This week, all about autoresponders. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I do this every week. I told you I would keep it to about an hour. I'm at an hour and 20 minutes. That's really good for me, by the way. That's really, really good for me. So what I want to ask you to do, I do this every week. I'm going to ask you to rate my training tonight. Now, For those of you that know what we're doing, I always give away my $100 cash prize, and I give it away right now, but you have to give me a rating so that I know how I'm doing and I know if it was worth you being here and all of those good things, okay? So you can do that by leaving me comments right here on Facebook. I'm going to put the link in the chat box for you. All right, so we'll just do, there is my Facebook page. We're going to give away 2 cash prizes tonight, one on the Facebook page and one on the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the group, I'll show you the group here in just a second, and you can be a member. So let me pull up my Facebook fan page. I'll show you where to leave your comment. All you'll have to do is you'll see this little picture of me right here. When you go to my fan page, you'll see this picture of me right here. It should be the second post. You'll see this replay thing and then this. All I want you to do is inside of here, I just want you to type hashtag never give up, and then I want you to put a rating, 1 through 10, okay? So how did I do tonight? 1 through 10. Put your comments there, and as you put your comments there, I'm going to select our $100 cash prize winner from right here. So all you got to do right now is go to this link. Let's see, I got to pull it back up here, I guess. Let's see. All right, you go right here to go.dsc.com, okay? And when you do that, what I want you to do is leave me a comment right here on this post, and when you do, I'm going to select our cash prize winner. All right, the group is private. If you have not joined the group, you can do it. Here's the Facebook group link right here. I will go approve you now for the group, so you can leave the same comments in the group. Let me, and I approve you on the group if you want to join. So as you can see, it looks like we don't have anybody joining. So right here, you'll see where I said excited for tonight's training. Who's going to join us? All I want you guys to do is hashtag up, and I'm going to say, how did I do? Okay? How I did do. How did I do? All right? Leave me comments right here. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to do this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick our cash prize winner. So if you want to join the group, you can come to the group, click the join button. You can look in the chat box. I put the group and the Facebook links in there. When you click this button, it will, of course, allow me to approve you for the group. So you can see we've got 3 people that want to join right now. So Baldur, you are in. James and Reg, you guys are both in as well. And we'll have lots of people that are trying to join. So leave your comments on our fan page right here. And then, of course, leave them inside of the group. And I will make sure that I select a winner here in the next few minutes. All right, let's see. We've got lots of comments coming in. We're already up to 125 comments here. So keep them coming. Again, all I need you to do is just tell me, how did you like tonight's training? As you can see, I've got the links in the chat box. I know some of you are asking for them again, so I'll put them in here. Let's see, dsc.com, Facebook. So if you check inside the box there, we've also put the link again in there, so you guys should be able to see that. And we'll keep refreshing here, and I'll select our $100 cash prize. By the way, for those of you that are new, I actually pay our cash prizes live, so I'll pay everybody live. We're up to 164, so keep your comments coming. If you are joining us on the Facebook group, I will go ahead and check this out now. All right, so we got a few more people that want to join. Most everybody has already joined here on the Success Connection group, but the Success Connection group is phenomenal. Let's see. I guess that I've got my team members are on here approving you. That's why I'm not seeing so many. All right, so let's see. Lots and lots of people leaving comments here in the Success Connection. Remember, you need to leave them on my post, or else I can't really find you to give away. I don't even know where my own post is anymore. All right, so just keep your comments coming. I'll look the post up here in a second. Let's see here. We'll give away the cash prize here on the Facebook fan page first. So I'm going to give you guys just a couple more minutes because there's literally 900 of you on here and only a couple hundred comments. So I'm assuming that it's just taking everybody a minute. So keep doing that. Let's see. Yes, if you don't have a PayPal account, you can still win. That's not a problem. But we can pay you instantly if you have PayPal. So let's see. I'm going to pull up my PayPal account now while you guys continue to leave the comments. So leave them now. It's a quick, easy way. It's fun. Allows you to win some cash, which is always a lot of fun on the Success Connection. I'm always trying to do something to make you guys have even more fun while you're here. Obviously, we learn an awful lot. I got tons and tons of feedback. But again, when you leave me comments like this, it helps me to stay motivated anyway, to kind of do more and teach more and do better, right? So it's always important to me to get the comments. So if you're here and you're listening, please leave the comments because there's tons of people on here. But I don't see quite as many comments tonight. I don't know what's going on. You guys, help. Maybe it's just timing. I don't know. We're getting there. 281. I think we should have 700 or 800. All right, let's see. Let me go in here to the Facebook group and make sure you guys have joined. I will be giving this money away in 2 minutes. So I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes to get in here. I'm approving everybody for the group. Let's see. I got to go into the group and find my post because you guys, there we go. So here's my post right here. You can see it says, excited for tonight's training. Who's going to be joining us? That's the post that you want to be commenting on right here. Okay? You can see we've got a couple hundred comments in there. So really, really good. Keep them coming. And as you can see, the Facebook group, by the way, guys, the Facebook group is insanely helpful. We have people that come on here every single week and they answer questions and they motivate each other, they help each other. Another thing that that people are doing all the time inside this Facebook group is recapping what I taught. Michael is on here every single week and he's recapping the things that I'm teaching, which is just crazy because he's not paid to do it, he doesn't have to do it, he simply does it to help all of you. So if you're not in the Facebook group, you need to be in the Facebook group. It allows you to connect with everybody. It's all the people that are on here that you can't necessarily see, because GoToWebinar doesn't allow us to do that. You can actually see these people. You can meet the people. You can see the people that are having success. You can ask them questions. We have some rules. We don't allow people to go in here selling stuff and all that crap. But other than that, we allow you guys to connect, and it's always a lot of fun. So I can see that a lot of people. I see screenshots of me in here. So that's good. So let's see. Just try. The screen is jumping because so many people are leaving comments, by the way, inside of the group. So we're up to 273 comments here inside of the group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and select our winner on the Facebook fan page now. I'm going to go in and approve all of you in the group right now. Okay, and the fan page, we're going to select the $100 cash prize winner right now. So if you have left us a comment on the fan page, you will be right in line here to win some cash. So here we go. We're going to pick our cash prize winner for the Facebook fan page. We got 386 or 368 comments on the fan page. So let me just bring this up right here. So here's what I do. I'll refresh it real fast, make sure I got all the comments before I pick a winner. All right. And I'm going to just start open them all up here like this. And this is how we select our winner. We do it every single week. It's always a lot of fun. So I'm going to load them all up. All right, so here we go. All I'm going to do is scroll up and down and pick a winner. So pretty simple stuff. So here we go. It's completely random, by the way. I don't pay any attention. So I'm going to be looking through here, and I just scroll all the way to the bottom normally because I like to make sure that I give everybody a chance. And then I just scroll back up, and wherever my mouse lands is where it lands. So right here, Jamie Reed. So Jamie Reed, are you with us still? Is Jamie Reed still here? If you're here, I need your PayPal email address. If Jamie is with me. Just waiting for Jamie, so everybody hold tight. We always have to wait and make sure our winners are here. Let's see. All right, Jamie. All right, I got Jamie's PayPal email address here. So Jamie, hold tight. I'm going to be sending you the cash prize. Everybody say congratulations to Jamie. We still have one more cash prize to give out tonight. So hold tight. Don't go anywhere. But it's always awesome to say congratulations to those that did win. So Jamie, your $100 is on the way. Let's see. Jamie, $100. Webinar winner. My accountants asked me why I have so many winners today, by the way. I had to meet with my CPAs on a couple of things, and they asked me why I have so many webinar winners. And I said, I don't know. I pick a lot of winners. They don't even know what webinar winners are, but they thought I was crazy. Let's see. Well, I don't know which credit card I'm supposed to use, so I'm just going to pick one. I forgot already. All right, so here we go. Sending money. Jamie, you have been paid. All right, so Jamie has her money, so let's just go in here and say hashtag paid, hashtag never give up. Chloe's so excited that Jamie won, she's going nuts. All right, so Jamie has won. Now it's time for me to go on and give away one more. So this one is coming from the group, okay? So I like to make sure that I reward those of you that join the group. Chloe's so excited. Who wants to see Chloe? Does anybody want to see Chloe before we sign off for the week? Just say yes if you'd like to see her. Bring her here. Snag her and bring her here. We'll see if we can catch her. She's like a rabbit these days. So since she's so excited, she gets so excited when I have to work at night, she just freaks out. It's like she just decides she's going to go nuts. All right, so we got all these comments. Keep them coming. I'm going to give you guys just a couple more seconds while I get my little monster. Come here, little monster. All right. Say, hey, I told Chloe she was going to get to come see everybody tonight. Daddy almost forgot. Everybody say hey to Miss Chloe. She's due for a haircut, I think, and she's got a nice little bow in. Chloe Bear, you say hey to everybody. You say hey. No, you say hey. You say hey. She's so funny. So this is Chloe. A lot of you will hear Chloe if you have not been here before. Jamie says she received her money. Congrats, Jamie. I'm getting ready to pick another winner here inside of the Facebook group. But Chloe Bear wanted to say hey to everybody. Say have a good weekend. No, don't lick me. Say have a good weekend. Say my daddy loves me. She's crazy. Hey. Look how little she is. She's just now 4 pounds, and she's not getting any bigger. So she's so funny, though. I have to always say hey. Okay. All right. So let me pick a winner real quick. It appears that the comment section for this is a little bit crazy. Here, let's refresh this. Refresh the group. All right. So here we go. 363 comments for tonight's training. So let me load them all, and we'll select our winners. It's hard for me because it bounces around just like it does for you guys, because every time I get a comment, it goes nuts. All right. Loaded up. Locked and loaded. Ready to go. I'm going to select another winner. How many of you are going to be back next week on the Success Connection for Part 4? Just say yes in the chat box if you'll be back next week. I need to see lots and lots of yeses because I get excited when I see people excited. So as long as I see you excited, I'll have an awesome training. Chloe's excited. She's always excited. All right, so here we go. I see lots and lots of people saying they're excited. So I am too. So here we go. We are going to scroll through the 360 plus comments here in the Facebook group. I'm going to encourage all of you that are not a member of the Facebook group to become a member tonight. It's free, and it's a lot of fun. And as you can see, I have a couple thousand people in the Facebook group, but we actually get more comments than we do on our fan page. It's because these are the people that are on our webinar right now. These are the people that are paying attention and are on here every week, because every week I ask people to join it. All right, so here we go. We're going to select our cash prize winner, and it is, let's see, it looks like Claire Hobson. Claire, are you with us? Let's make sure Claire is here. Claire, are you still here? We'll see if Claire's here before we sign off, because I may have to pick another winner if Claire's not here. Claire, are you here? Where did she go? Claire Hobson. Now it's jumping down because all these people are moving around. It was Claire Hobson, and Claire, you are somewhere here, around here in this screen. Well, heck, I can't find Claire again because it bounced off, but let's just see if Claire's, I don't see Claire in the chat. Claire, are you in the chat box anywhere? Claire Hobson. I will have to select another winner if Claire is not here, which would be really sad because Claire won. But I don't see Claire. Everybody hold tight. Let me look and see if Claire is still an attendee on the webinar right now. It says Claire is here. Claire, where are you? We need you. We need your PayPal email address. I got to wrap things up, so I hate to pass you by. I do. All right, we're going to select another winner, and if Claire happens to chime in before we sign off, then I will just give her the money also. And so I'll pick 3 winners, unless Claire doesn't respond to me, which does not look like she's going to. All right, so let me pick another winner. Today is everybody's lucky day because we have more winners to come. All right, let's just load up some more of these comments down here. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to select another winner real fast, okay? This comments like crazy. Okay, here we go. Selecting another winner, not paying attention to who wins, don't care, want everybody to win. Hopefully everybody feels like they won. How about Philip Moffitt? Philip, are you still here? Let's see if Philip is still here. Philip Moffitt. It's so funny because that was only 2 minutes ago. So Philip must be here. Philip, give me your PayPal email address. Let's all hope that Philip is here. Of course, you guys are probably hoping Philip is not here. I don't know why I'm telling you to hope he's here. Let's see. Looking for Philip Moffitt. All right, can everybody hear me on GoToWebinar? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Everybody can hear me, but yet nobody wants to claim their money, and it says Philip is online. I'm confused. I don't understand. All right, we will select another winner because I can't. Wait, nope, Philip is here. Okay, Philip, you had me scared there for a minute that you weren't going to be here. That would have been the second time tonight. That would have been sad. All right, Philip, you are here. So you won. Here we go. Philip, I'm getting you paid right now. Listen, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. Okay, I hope you all had a blast. For those of you that are new, I hope that you'll be back with us next week as we continue on our training. I do believe that training like this, it's invaluable. It's training that you probably will not get anywhere else. Most of it, I know you won't get anywhere else. I know everybody else teaches. And also, it's stuff that I truly believe will help you have massive success. And that, at the end of the day, is always my goal. So hopefully you guys had a blast. Listen, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you all next week. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. And I look forward to an awesome training next Thursday right here, same place, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, watch the replays, implement the strategies, follow the techniques, do the things the way that I showed you to do them. You'll have massive success. I'll see you all next week. Take care.